The eternal grudge, the corpse that refused to burn. The nightmare unfolds in a remote, forgotten village known as Ban Khoke Kadouk, the village of Bone Mound. The name itself isn't just a label, it's a grim testament to the thousands of souls cremated on this sacred yet cursed ground over centuries. On this night, the sky bled charcoal, and the rain fell like jagged needles, creating an atmosphere of bone-chilling desolation. This unnatural cold wasn't from the weather, but from the heavy spiritual energy of the cemetery, a place where the barrier between worlds has grown thin. Today, they gathered for the funeral of Nang Buapan, the village's most stunning jewel. Her death was abrupt, a mysterious plague that neither modern medicine nor ancient sorcery could explain, because her soul wasn't taken by disease, but by a shattering heart. She lay in her casket with her eyes pinned open, fixed in the doorway in a hollow intensity, waiting for a truth that never arrived. As the hour of the ritual arrived, Lung Tit, a mortician with decades of experience, ignited the pyre. Flames roared to life, fueled by kerosene, licking the wooden casket until it groaned and shattered. But as the wood turned to ash, the villagers gasped in collective terror. There lay Buapan, perfectly intact. Her skin remained pale as marble, and her clothes were untouched by the searing heat. Then the impossible happened. Her eyes snapped wide open, staring through the inferno directly into the souls of the living. The fire refused to touch her, recoiling as if hitting an invisible barrier. This wasn't just a freak occurrence, it was a manifestation of her seething rage, a spiritual shield created by a mind so consumed by grudge that it defied the laws of nature. The fire of the living was simply no match for the fire of her hatred. This was a soul rejecting the laws of nature to demand justice. Can the dead truly seek justice? In the world of the supernatural, the answer is a terrifying yes. The High Abbot, sensing the dark energy, entered a deep trance to communicate with the restless spirit. He finally spoke. Buapan is tethered here by a blood-bound grudge and a powerful ritual. The village then realized the absence of her husband, Tao Kao, who had cowardly fled to his mistress. When they dragged Kao to the pyre, Lung Tit noticed her right hand was clenched in a vice-like grip. The abbot commanded Kao to pry it open, revealing a blood-soaked scrap of his shirt, a lock of his hair, and their wedding ring, twisted and crushed. Buapan had performed a dark ritual before her passing, using her own bloodlife to bind Kao to his broken promise. Because a vow of the heart is sacred, and loyalty is the ultimate truth. Even in death, a blood oath remains in effect. Never believe that death ends a spiritual contract. It only remains valid until the price is paid in full. Kao wailed in agony, collapsing at her feet and begging for mercy, promising to atone for his sins. Only then did the corpse's grip go limp, and her eyes slowly drifted shut, finding the peace she had been denied. The fire immediately surged with a supernatural ferocity, devouring her body in a thunderous roar. But the retribution wasn't over. As the smoke cleared, Kao was left with a grim souvenir, a charred black handprint seared into his cheek. This wasn't a physical burn, but a spiritual brand, the mark of a woman scorned. He would carry this handprint until his dying day, a permanent reminder to the world
that some betrayals leave a scar that even the fires of cremation cannot erase. In conclusion, this legend serves as a chilling reminder that guilt cannot be cremated. The reason the fire couldn't burn Buapon was that her spiritual will was stronger than physical heat. Her desire for justice created a paradox where death was not the end, but a witness. The scorched handprint on Kayo's face is the ultimate proof. It shows that while the body is gone, the consequence of a broken oath is eternal.